Dove's digital marketing campaign titled #ShowUs is a collaborative effort with Getty Images and Girl Gaze to create a portfolio of real women to encourage inclusivity within marketing and inspire confidence in women and non-binary people, giving them a chance to see the people who look like themselves in the media. This campaign fits into Dove's wider marketing campaign Real Beauty, which aims to create a space in the beauty industry that can instill confidence in women instead of causing anxiety. Dove notes 3 things to be particularly significant within this campaign: real diversity without staged or artificial scenarios, real people without filters or distortions, and built by women in front of and behind the camera. They aim to break stereotypes whilst providing an inclusive environment that brought customers and brands together to inspire connection and real change. Dove's audience for #ShowUs was a little bit different from their general audience, targeting a slightly higher age range, but with a wider consideration of backgrounds, cultures and genders. 2 things remain consistent though: that the audience is active online and that they have some interest in taking care of or looking after themselves. This more accurately defines how #ShowUs' audience is depicted, rather than geographical or age demographics. Dove caters to this audience by focusing its communications through social media, championing empowerment for everyone and avoiding making any purchasing requests. Dove often makes use of a hashtag in their digital marketing campaigns, for example #NoLikesNeeded and #MyBeautyMySay. Hashtags can provide an opportunity to increase the brand's reach, connect with new customers and create or get involved in significant online conversation, whilst allowing the brand some control over the discourse and making it more accessible to consumers by gathering all information on the topic into one place. This can increase brand recognition and the rate at which new customers may become aware of the brand, as a hashtag can easily help with demonstration of what the brand stands for and the personality of the brand. Overall, it can encourage interactions between the brand and consumers, as well as between consumers themselves. Thinking about this campaign in the context of the AIDA model, we have attention. Dove gets the attention of consumers by creating a disruption in the beauty industry with their #ShowUs campaign, inviting not only customers but also other brands to get involved in diversifying the images seen in the media. At the same time, this campaign was very personalised, speaking directly to people who did not feel represented in the beauty industry. Dove themselves determined that at least 70% of their audience didn't feel represented. Interest. Okay, so Dove created interest in a number of ways. One was their use of unique and memorable hashtag in this campaign. This kept a conversation going on social media, effectively growing its own community of people who could relate to the message that the brand was trying to spread. Additionally, Dove sustained interest by continuing to post and share their real images they captured of women and posting using their own hashtag. Interestingly, Dove managed to garner interest in this campaign due to the attitude it was depicting and the ethical intentions behind it, rather than an ambition to sell more products. The intent for conversions appeared to be for the brand as a whole rather than an individual product or line. This kind of marketing can be very impactful as it allows consumers to emotionally connect with the brand, which encourages more brand loyalty from consumers, ultimately increasing Dove's sales. Furthermore, by using these images of real women, consumers are more likely to be able to identify with Dove's brand images and therefore will perceive the connection with the brand itself more in the future. Desire. What makes this campaign so successful is that Dove is not trying to tell consumers that there is something they can buy from the brand that they desperately need or that is particularly unique, but they are instead creating this emotional connection between the brand and consumers, and that's what increases the consumer's desire to engage with and choose Dove as a beauty brand to purchase from. And finally, action. Dove's call to action is to get involved in the campaign, share real photos and be a representation of yourself and others in the media. Again, the call of action is not directly for the consumer to make a purchase, which has a positive impact on the consumer's perceived image and attitude towards the company. This is a digital marketing campaign with a strong voice and a clear message, aiming to make a positive impact. The following are the campaign's strengths that could be considered to be the most significant. Dove's choice to collaborate with Getty Images and Girl Gaze increased the range of expertise available to them, as well as multiple understandings and perspectives on the target audience. Not to mention their choice to collaborate with the audience itself helped configure the sense of community. Dove displayed a diverse range of real people, and in an age of edited internet images, this type of authenticity and disruption can cause a strong reaction from the audience, leading to a preference for the brand. Furthermore, the whole concept of the campaign was to be empowering for consumers, which helps them to feel connected to the brand. It's not all positive though. Some consumers have raised valid concerns in response to the campaign. The first is it disingenuous? Cause-based marketing techniques can be controversial and have an effect on the perceived ethical integrity of the brand. A brand's motivations would have to be heavily considered. Is the purpose of the campaign for the brand to make additional profit? Technically, as a marketing campaign, Dove is trying to gain customers, but this doesn't necessarily mean that they also don't have innocent intentions when it comes to creating the cause. It also begs the question, does intent matter if the result is the same? Many consumers were simply glad that our brand is doing something to take a stand. There were additional complaints that the campaign's lack of intersectionality and little tangible impact to be seen within the first few years. So was Dove successful with this campaign? Well, that depends on how we quantify success. The campaign collected over 5,000 images in its first year of running and now has grown to over 10,000. Over 2,500 companies are using these images, while more than 100,000 women got involved online. 73% of them in key markets reported a more positive self-image inspired by the campaign. The success of this campaign cannot be determined by financial figures as it is not what it was about, but the campaign has most certainly been successful in creating a change. For Dove, it has improved its brand image, reached new customers, and created emotional connections through shared values. This will ultimately lead to loyal customers and increased profit. Additionally, the success of this campaign in a wider context suggests that a significant shift in marketing and consumer behaviour within the beauty industry is on the horizon. A modification I would suggest is that Dove provides a transparent follow-up to this campaign of the financial gain they received off the back of it and how that profit is going to be used in the future. Although this does not take away from the business motives behind a cause-related campaign, it does make it clear that those additional intentions are not something that the brand is trying to hide. Transparency goes a long way if you've already created an emotional connection with the audience.